Many, many years ago, there was a huge land. It was the land of Ayodhya, ruled by the mighty King Dashrath. King Dashrath had 4 sons, Ram, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrughan. When the time came to choose the new king, King Dashrath chose the oldest, Ram. Who else could it be? Everybody in the kingdom of Ayodhya was so excited. There were celebrations going on. Everyone was happy except Kekai. When she heard of the news, she went into Dashrath's chambers and she threw a big tantrum. You see, once Dashrath had injured himself in the battlefield and Kekai had saved his life. So Dashrath had given her 2 boons and she said, "The time has come to make your promise come true. I want to claim those 2 boons." Dashrath looked at Kekai and Kekai said, "Make my son Bharat the king and banish Ram for 14 years. When Dashrath heard this, he was heartbroken. He didn't know what to do. A promise is a promise. He had to keep it. He fell ill, severely ill. And then Ram came to his chambers and he said, "Father, I know my duty. You keep your promise. I am ready to go to the forest." And so Ram got ready to leave Ayodhya. Just then, his wife Sita and his brother Lakshman came too. "Oh, please take us with you too. We cannot live without you." And so Ram, Lakshman and Sita left for their jungle abode. Everybody in Ayodhya was heartbroken. Everybody gave them a teary farewell. And so, dressed only as simple hermits, the 3 arrived at Dandaka forest. Dandaka forest, the deep, dark and dangerous forest that was full of wild animals and demons. Everybody was so scared of them. But Ram and Lakshman were so brave, they fought with the demons without any fear. And soon they freed the forest of all the demons. Pretty soon, the 3 of them got used to the simple life of the forest. And very quickly, 13 years went by. But trouble lay ahead. For Ravan, the 10-headed demon king, heard of Sita's beauty. And he desired to make the beautiful Sita his own queen. One day, the beautiful Sita sat by the door of her cottage. And just then, she saw a beautiful sight. A gorgeous golden deer just crossed by. Sita saw the deer and fell in love with it instantly. Oh, she wanted the deer so badly. And she begged Ram to get the deer for her. But the deer was not really a deer. It was Marich, who had taken the form of a deer to tempt Sita. Without knowing what lay ahead, Ram left behind the deer and he was gone into the deep, dark forest. Sita and Lakshman waited for Ram. And just then, they heard a loud, painful cry. Ram was in trouble. Lakshman had to go. So Sita stayed behind. But just before going, Lakshman drew a safety line for Sita. "Do not cross this line, otherwise you will not be safe." Saying this, Lakshman went behind his brother. While Lakshman and Ram were away, Sita prayed for their safety. Ravan, the wicked Ravan, was watching all this from behind a tree. He waited for everyone to go away. And then he took the form of a beggar. And then he came to the cottage and asked for alms. Alms, alms, alms. Oh, feed this hungry beggar. I haven't eaten in days. Sita heard the cries of a beggar and she came out. And the kind Sita rushed inside the house to get some fruits and food. Here you go, take them. Without stepping outside the line, she said, "Oh, come outside and give them to me. Put them in my bowl." Ravan threatened her. So Sita, without thinking about any evil, stepped out. And no sooner did she step out than Ravan took his real monstrous form. And he grabbed her and he put her in his chariot, Pushpak. Sita screamed, "Help me! Save me! Oh no! I'm being kidnapped!" she cried. But Ram and Lakshman were too far away to hear her cries. When Ram and Lakshman came back to the cottage, they found Sita gone. Worried beyond belief, they started looking for her. "Sita! Sita!" called out Ram to his beloved wife. But Sita was nowhere. Ram and Lakshman looked and they looked everywhere, but Sita was nowhere to be found. And soon they came upon Jatayu, the majestic lord of the birds, who now lay battered in a pool of blood. Jatayu was breathing his last. Jatayu told Ram all about it. "Hey Ram, Ravan has Sita. He has taken her to Lanka. I fought. I did my best, but I failed you." Saying that, Jatayu breathed his last. Ram felt very sorry for the bird, and he said he had fought with bravery and his name will go down in history. Ram and Lakshman continued their search for Sita, and soon they came across Hanuman. Hanuman was the general of the monkey kingdom called Kishkinda. Hanuman heard Ram's sorrowful tale, and then he promised to help him. He said, "I will do anything to help you, Ram." And then he told him about his special secret power. "I can fly. Tell me, do you have a message to give Sita? I will fly across to her." So Ram removed his special ring and sent a message for Sita. "I'm coming to save you, Sita. Be patient," he said. Hanuman took the ring and flew over the ocean all the way to Lanka. And there he gave the ring to Sita. When Sita saw the ring, she knew that Ram would come and save her. She was so happy. Her happiness knew no bounds. But soon, Ravan's wicked army saw Hanuman, and they set his tail on fire. But Hanuman wouldn't have left just like that. With his tail on fire, he set all of Lanka ablaze and went back to Ram. With Hanuman's help, they raised an army of monkeys and bears, and then they set off for Lanka. And soon they reached the mighty, mighty ocean. How could they cross that? There was no way. They sat by the ocean for days on end, wondering how to cross that and reach Lanka shore. Then Ram prayed to the sea god, and a miracle happened. Stones and rocks started floating on water. Using the stones and rocks, they made a huge bridge that went all the way to Lanka. And that is how the army of monkeys and bears crossed the ocean and reached Lanka's shore. And soon the battle began. People say such a battle has never been fought before. The monkey army was strong and brave, and they slayed the demons one after the other. Ram and Lakshman fought with valor, but Ravan's army was strong too. The battle went on for days on end, and finally there was a duel between Ram and Ravan. It was a mighty, mighty battle. Both of them fought fire for fire. They fought for days on end. Finally, Ram shot an arrow and cut Ravan's head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times Ram cut Ravan's head, and 10 times a new one sprang up in its stead. Ram wondered and wondered what to do. Ha 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 ha! Laughed Ravan. I am undefeatable. Oh, you cannot kill me. Go on, Ram, shoot another arrow. Go on, cut my head. Ha 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 ha! He laughed wickedly. Just then, Vibhishan, Ravan's younger brother, who was a huge follower of Ram, came and whispered in his ear. Ravan's elixir of life was in his navel. And so Ram pulled out a flaming golden arrow and released it. The arrow hit Ravan in his navel. And then time seemed to stand still on the battlefield as the wicked demon fell down. It was the end of Ravan. Everyone on the battlefield cheered. Ravan, the wicked demon king, was dead. And so Sita came out of Lanka. The battle had been won. Ram, Lakshman and Sita all sat on the mighty shoulders of Hanuman, who flew them to Ayodhya. As they got closer to Ayodhya, they noticed lots of lights shining. You see, 14 years had come to an end, and the people of Ayodhya were waiting for Ram to come back. They were counting days, and in his welcome, they had lit tiny diyas outside his home. Ram reached Ayodhya, and he was crowned the rightful king. He ruled for many years in a just and happy nation. And this is why we celebrate Diwali every year. Diwali marks the victory of good over evil. Little lamps are shining bright, shining bright, shining bright. Little lamps are shining bright, it's celebration time. See them lighting up the night, up the night, up the night. See them lighting up the night, it's celebration time. Here's wishing you all a very happy Diwali.